You're the Spurp back with another video, and I just got done checking out the very first episode of Chainsaw Man. This is one of the most highly anticipated animes to come out this year. And man, I just want to give you my first impressions on this first episode and how I feel about it. What are some of my concerns, maybe? You know what I'm saying? I have no idea about the source material or anything like that. I just know a lot of people really rock with the manga. And I'm curious to hear the people that have read the manga, how they feel about this first episode. And also, how do you guys feel about the animation as a whole? I think the animation is pretty solid. You know, I think people are going to be kind of iffy with the CGI animation. I know that doesn't that doesn't go over well with a lot of people, myself included. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of 3D animation, but if it's used in a small capacity, I'm okay with it. But they definitely kind of use it a lot throughout this, and it's kind of like that 2D and 3D type of blend, similar to what they were doing with Attack on Titan. But anyways, let's talk about this first episode. We get introduced to our main characters, one being Denji and his demon, or his devil. Pancho, I'm completely butchering his name. I'm going to get it down eventually. I'm just going to call it his devil. It's like this cute little orange thing with a chainsaw popping out its head. But Denji is an interesting character where, you know, he's working for the yakuza, or he's trying to pay off this debt that was left behind for him because of his dad. His dad owed the yakuza, so even after he dies, now Denji has to kind of pick up the slack and pick up that debt. And that means he's going to sell his eye. He's going to sell any type of organs, like literally any organs. Like I think he said he sold his nuts or something. It was crazy, bro. With him doing all of that, it's still not enough. Even with him already being established as a demon or a devil hunter, which is interesting. We don't have to kind of go through this whole trial and tribulations of, you know, him becoming this Chainsaw Man. Like, they kind of get to the gist of it very quickly, which I can appreciate in this first episode. So we also get a little bit more backstory. Like I said, his father deleted himself, and I'm assuming that Denji saw this, and I can only imagine how traumatizing that may be for a kid at that age. And this is how he kind of comes across his devil, or his demon, or whatever you want to call it. And they kind of formed a bond where he kind of saves its life. In return, they kind of become closer as friends, which is really interesting, you know what I'm saying? And there's something going on with Denji. You know, he's coughing up blood. He was saying, like, this might be something to do with my mom. My mom had a history of having, like, a heart disease that made her cough up blood. But anyways, this is where things get really interesting, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have the yakuza kind of talking about Denji, saying, like, you know, he very much will do anything he's told. And this was leads him into walking into a trap with this guy, and this guy pretty much sets him up to be killed and left for dead. Which, man, this scene was really brutal, of Denji trying to just run for his life, and there's really nowhere to go. This is nothing like The Walking Dead, where, you know, people could just get away from dead things and stuff like that. No, he gets stabbed up to the point where his body is literally chopped up and thrown into the trash. Then we get kind of this almost dreamlike sequence, or throwback sequence, of his demon just thinking back on all their different memories. And this is where his devil or demon, whatever, and Denji become one. And they said, like, I will save you. And he pretty much gives up his body, or his devil kind of takes over his body, almost like a possession, pretty much. And this is where we get the birth of the Chainsaw Man, and he has a whole, like, what is that thing that chainsaws have, the little reverend thing, whatever the hell it's called, and he just goes to work on all these demons and devils and takes out this zombie devil with ease, like it's nothing. And I like kind of the way that Denji in his Chainsaw Man form kind of moves. He doesn't move elegantly or anything like that. It's very, like, heavy, because it's like a chainsaw. It's almost very reminiscent of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the way Leatherface, like, swings around his chainsaw and whatnot. But he's very fast at the same time. But, you know, I could see some people having issues with the overuse of the 3D. I don't think it looked too bad. I just appreciate how violent the violence is in this series, that they don't cut away from anything. It's really brutal, you know what I'm saying? And then he kind of, it's the next day pretty much, and here comes this unfamiliar group for right now. We have this chick with pink hair that kind of was supposed to be the one to kill this devil, but Denji already kind of beat her to it. And obviously this is going to be, like, kind of his love interest. That's what it seems like, or she's going to have some type of fascination with him. But like I said, this was a really solid, dope first episode. It did a really good job of setting up this world, giving us a taste of what to expect in future episodes, setting up future characters, like the chick with the pink hair is interesting. And I like how Denji has goals. Like, he just wants to live a normal life, but, you know, it's gonna come with a cost now, just because he pretty much died, but was also saved by his devil. And he also has these inspirations of just falling in love, which hence why he might end up just being with this pink hair chick. I'm really curious to see how this all kind of goes. And, you know, this was a really good episode. How do y'all feel about it? Let me know in the comments below. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.